And we're at the end here with Wolverine. Now, Wolverine appears to be about chaining attacks together, and he also has a berserk ability that helps with health regen as well. So first I have chain swipes. Functions in a chain of 3. It applies taunt, and on full combo apply 1 weak, apply 1 marked is the modification I decided to put on this card as well because it made the most sense. Next up is lethal pounce. Chain of 2, full combo, gain 1 strengthened, apply 1 weak. Again, apply weak, apply marked, chain it together with other heroes. He's all about chaining damage and debuffs together, at least from what I gather from playing him. Next up is Quick Swipe, Taunt, and Quick on KO, draw 2 cards. Essentially, use this Quick ability to KO a target. You'll notice it does 131 damage, so use this to KO an enemy and get yourself 2 extra cards. Next up is Berserk. Draw 3 Wolverine cards. Wolverine cards gain lifesteal for 1 turn, and then +2 redraws. I put +2 redraws on there just because there were situations where I had to use Wolverine in conjunction with other heroes, and the other heroes needed their cards redrawn based upon how the decks were rolling in the actual battle. Whether or not you want to have +2 redraws on here is entirely up to you. I put it on here because it was most effective with how my decks rolled in the game, and I also found myself needing to redraw other heroes' cards instead of Wolverine's. So that's precisely why that's on there, in case you needed an explanation. Next up is Rapid Healing. Restore 528 health to Wolverine. It can also cure him, and it's playable when Wolverine is unable to act. Very useful if you're in a pinch and if you're in trouble. Plus, you gain 1 counter on top of using this card to heal and cure yourself. Next up is Stink of Fear. He essentially taunts them by smelling their fear, is what that means. Taunt each enemy in an area, gain 1 counter, apply 1 weak, and then you can draw the last attack played. Now, me putting the mod for draw the last attack played on this made a lot of sense. There were situations where I needed to taunt, gain counter, and apply weak on those enemy targets, especially at higher level. Midnight Special, once you earn his ability, here's what it does. Consume all heroism to damage random enemies X times 1 for each heroism. So the amount of damage you deal is multiplied by how much heroism you have stacked up in whatever number that is, and then damage increases by 32 with each attack. +1 heroism for each KO, apply 1 bleed, and of course you have the minor debuff of exhaust. Note that it says +1 heroism for each KO, so you can chain them all together and also apply bleed. Lastly, we are going to finish with Eviscerate. I decided that for this particular ability, it very badly needed a damage buff, and you'll notice the numbers are in green to signify that mod has been made on the card. That's the mod used on the card, and it has Chain 4 and Taunt. If any target is KO'd, gain 1 counter. So the way I would recommend utilizing this ability is use it to KO as many targets as possible so you can max out your counter. That's the application of this actual ability, and I'm further supporting that by having the added damage buff with the mod that's on the card. So that's the end of Wolverine's deck. Now, certainly some of you are probably wondering, why did I not cover Scarlet Witch and why did I not cover Hulk? Well, the reason for that is actually quite simple. These 2 heroes do not come along until very late in the game, and I was having more fun with all the other heroes anyway, so if anybody is wondering why I'm not going to cover these 2, it's simply because they appeared too late in the game to be relevant, and I found it difficult to get a handle on their decks in general. So that's why the Scarlet Witch and Hulk were not covered. In conclusion, these are my decks for Marvel Midnight Suns. I hope you enjoyed them and find the information and details useful, and that's the end of this video for today.